All right, all my Detroit Piston fans and all my Detroit fans, all my Motor City Sports Talk fans, make sure you guys go check out Piston Mike. We got him over 100 followers, so make sure you check him out. Everything Pistons, man, he gonna hold it down and do his thing, just strictly on the Pistons thing. You know, I got the Lions and Pistons, but man, we always trying to help people get their channel up. Let's get them to 200 next, 300 next, 400 next, 500 next, and let's get them all the way to a rack so you can start making that bag. Appreciate you guys. Make sure you go over to Piston Mike as you see it on the screen. Let's get them to 200, then 300, then 400, then 500, and the whole shebang. Peace. All right, let's talk about if the Pistons don't get a top 5 pick. It's still great players out there in this draft, and it's been proven in draft history that it's been great players going late in a majority of drafts or going outside the lottery or late in the lottery. But let's kind of talk about, if the Pistons don't get a top, top 5, top 4 draft pick, and that's kind of, let's start there. Check out Detroit Pistons Talk playlist, share the video, thumbs up the video. That's kind of where it started at, and like, you want to get the top 4. If it's Cunningham, Mobley, Green, Suggs, after that, people perceive that there's a drop-off, okay? There's a major drop-off. But throughout this draft, you have young talent because I think this was the first year that the player can go to the G League out of high school. And I think you can leave a high school and go into the G League. I think somebody just did that as well, too. And when you look at this draft, and I haven't attacked it the way, as hard as I'm going to attack it, after the lottery Tuesday, but you look, there are his young talent. Isaiah Todd was a guy supposed to go to Michigan, went to the G League. He's a talented guy, 6'10", 210. He's gonna grow. They got him going in the second round. Okay, you got Marvin Bagley, brother, Marcus Bagley. Okay, he in there. Okay, you keep going, and you just there's talent when you talking about a guy like Keon Johnson. Is a really good player, very electric. He got it. Moses Moody is another good player. Some people think he might be the next best. Some people think he might be the next best. You got Josh Christopher. But of course, it's all about development. Even in the top 5. It's all about nurturing and development. Jonathan Kuminga, some people like him, some people don't like him. Scotty Barnes is another good one. Some people like him, some people don't like him. Okay, but there are players outside of him, outside of top 4. Then you have a situation where you can trade it. Somebody might value Jonathan Kuminga. Some people might value James Bouknight. He's a really good player. Raw. Some people might value Jalen Johnson out of Duke, young player raw. But you could trade the pick for a future pick and say, say you don't see nobody you really like. Trade it. But, there are guys that can help you. They may not help you in the sense of Joe Dumars, LeBron James, Isaiah Thomas, Kevin Durant, but there's roles. You got to think about it. There's roles. You look at the Piston teams of the past, depth. If it was Mike James, Lindsey Hunter, Corliss Williamson, Mehmet Okur, Vinnie Johnson, John Sally, Mark Aguirre, depth. And maybe one of these kids can come off the bench and give you some depth. Maybe one of these kids you develop and might be the best player in the draft. It's not DEFCON. It's not the end of the world if you don't get a top 4 pick, which it's not. You look and say, well, you might like Cunningham, you might like Green, you might like Mobley, you might like Suggs. Right? But when you look at this draft, there are some 2 guards that can help you in development. You look at James Bouknight, kid from Brooklyn, twitchy, can get to the rack, a rhythm shooter. He's a flat-out scorer. The issue with him is he got to be a consistent knockdown shooter. Catch and shoot, off the dribble, he got to be a consistent shooter. That's the biggest knock on him. But James Bouknight, man, he's a twitchy. Rhythm player, get his own shot. That's what you need. It may not be to the extreme of Jalen Green, but James Bouknight can very well be the best player in this draft. Maybe. He just got to learn to get his own. He got to just learn to be a better ball handler, not turn the ball over, polish his game. That's not a drop off taking James Bouknight. Look at a guy like Moses Moody. He reminds you of Klay Thompson. And that was kind of my objective with Draft Spotlight. I did a couple videos kind of talking about Suggs, talking about Jalen Green and Evan Mobley, just touching on them, man. Okay, touching on them. But I wanted to really attack the rest of this draft: Kuminga, Barnes, and Bognite. But look at Klay Thompson, 6'6", first round pick, 11 pick. You know, you look at Moses Moody, 6'6", 205, 3-and-D type of guy. They compare him to Glenn Rice or Robert Covington. I can see that. He kind of put you in he kind of put you in that mode of Glenn Rice and Klay Thompson. And Glenn Rice kind of, you know, Glenn Rice and Klay Thompson, you know, they can put the ball on a little bit. You know, he should. He should. I mean, they should think about Moses Moody. Excuse me, I'm doing something else. They should think about Moses Moody. You know, the ball handling kind of got to get a little bit better, you know, or just scoring got to get it better. But you talking about a guy, you know, it may not be the Jerry Stackhouse or the scorer you needed to. One thing about him, he can knock. He's a shooter. He can shoot, catch and shoot. 3-and-D guy, give you some minutes at the 1 or the 2. So Moses Moody might be the guy that if you don't get a top 4 pick, he might be the guy you go for. Talking about a guy like Jonathan Kuminga, we got a lot of 3s and 3 and 4 type guys. A little bit undersized, less he grew, 6'6", kind of more of the small forward, power forward guy, can post up a little bit. Not the greatest shooter, but he's a guy slasher, good long defender, still learning English, good athlete, can explode. You know, you can put him on the block till he get a consistent jumper, long block shots, got good post move. But then again, where you play him at? You got Jeremy Grant. You're going to trade Jeremy Grant. You got Seiko Duboye. You got him. You got Sadiq Bey. So he's at 3 and 4 tweener. They kind of compare him to Pascal Siakam. You know, a good wingspan. They say he's 6'8" now, so 6'8", long arms. But he got to learn to shoot the ball better, you know. He got to shoot the ball better, but he's a guy, you know, you can put at the 4 right now, and you can post him up and, you know, be electric. But, you know, if he's the best guy on your board, and it's 39 days, hold on, I got a time clicker, 39 days, 11 hours, 41 minutes to the draft, right? But if he's the best player on the board, you gotta take him and you gotta develop him, you gotta stash him. Why wouldn't you? Okay, Keon Johnson, another guy I like a lot. It didn't look 6'5" on the floor. You know, I think he won Mr. Tennessee basketball a couple of times. Highest recruit to go to Tennessee. You look at him, just a great defender already at the college level. Explosive, good ball handle, get to the rim, finish above the rim. Maybe some time before he get NBA ready, but good defender right now. Jump shot needs some work. That's the biggest thing. But he got great playmaking potential. He got good playmaking potential, and he's a guy that you can stash on the bench, develop. I think Moses Moody is more ready to go. But Keon Johnson is a guy who got some playmaking ability. Maybe you could turn him into a point guard, 6'5", good 2-guard shot. Just got to shoot the ball better. That's my only thing about him, shoot the ball better. He got ceiling. He's a freak athlete. He kind of put you in the mind of maybe of Dwayne Wade, a poor man's Dwayne Wade, but their comparison is Latrell Sprewell, you know. But athletic, man. They say freakish athlete with a great mental makeup and competitive drive, has physical tools. Teams are looking for wing, 6'5", 186, 6'8" wingspan, has good size for a 2-guard, and should be able to bulk up as he matures. High-level defender, phenomenal instincts, reflex. He's a really good basketball player. So, like I said, there's good players. You know, and you got a guy to kind of compare to Dwayne Wade, Latrell Sprewell. You got a guy that, you know, you got a guy in Moses Moody who can remind you of Klay Thompson. Not saying they're going to be these guys. Davion Mitchell came from Baylor. We seen what he did in the tournament. Franz Wagner, 6'9", can play the 2 or the 3. I think he can be a point forward or give you some. You know, sometimes you might have to stack up on on wings and just see what happens. Put him in the G League and see what happened. But Joseph Christopher is a guy, man, who he's a guy that's you know, he's raw, but he like to get in the lane. Can't shoot well, but he like to get in the lane. He got some playmaking ability. But he's a dude that just like to get in the lane and finish. He got to develop a jump shot. You know, but you know, he's a big shot maker, big shot taker. He seemed to shoot the ball when the game on the line. He just got to work on it. But he can get to the rim, finish through contact. He's a good athlete. They compare him to Norman Powell. I don't know about that. He remind me of somebody just get to the, maybe because of the size, but he's a guy that's going to get in the side and finish. Jalen Johnson, another guy who don't shoot the ball well. He like to get in the side, finish. Not really a great shooter. They compare him to Steven Jackson, T.J. Warren. I guess because of side, but he's a guy that like to get inside, ball handle, finish through contact a little bit. He got really good athleticism, but there's some good players. Some good players up and down this board, man. There's nothing to be ashamed of. We just got to be able to get it right, But I'm gonna continue to attack the board. But you got some good players, man, up and down this board, dude, and we just gotta pick the right one, develop the right one. But I say, look, get out that 5 range, right? You miss on Green, Suggs, Cunningham, Mobley. Excuse me. He chewing on my. Well, let me stop. He ain't chewing. He just puppy. Puppies are bad. But if we get outside the 5 pick and we at 5 or 6, Moses Moody and my board, out of the guys I've seen so far, and I'm still working, Moses Moody is the guy, and then I would say Keon Johnson, and then I maybe think about Barnes and Jonathan Kuminga. But that's my board. As far as we get out the top 5 so far, it's gonna change. But let me know what you guys think. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. To reach out if you have a business question, inquiry, response, your video request. All my social media subscription. Twitter's the fastest way to reach me than Facebook and Instagram. Check out the Detroit Pistons Talk playlist. Want to make a financial donation? Cash App, CJ Good 313. That's in the description. PayPal link there as well too. Best way to donate. Share the video. Let me know what you think in the comment section. What time for the one time? Let's see Sports Talk. Peace.